Welcome to Dstv Channel. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. How are you doing, Virginia?
I'm fine. Just a bit disappointed by the weather.
I know. I thought the winter is now going away, but it's super cold today. Yeah.
It is, right? And the funny thing is that actually mentioned that we're gonna go through a bit of a cold front, and I think we're now experiencing it because I think I've been kind of in denial with the fact that it's actually cold. Hence, I did not bring a jacket.
I'm sorry. I think it's the whole, I don't know, weather changes and things like that. But yeah, we good. We good.
All right. So tell me more a bit about yourself.
So I'm Tongai Choto, co-founder and CEO of Afriblocks, which is a locally founded startup based here in Harare, Zimbabwe. We have teams across the world as well, but Afriblocks is a Pan-African freelance talent marketplace that helps local professionals and professionals across the continent to acquire remote jobs from mainly the United States, the UK, and Canada. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what we do.
That's very interesting. And how long have you been doing this for?
Yeah, so the story goes back to, I'll say 2020, because that's when I started. But before that, I was, I graduated from the University of Zimbabwe doing computer science and maths. And as soon as I graduated, I was thinking, what should I do next? That's when I started to work in the Bitcoin and blockchain space as a software developer. So I was working in Washington, D.C. and San Francisco and promoting, the job that I was doing at the moment. We built a money transfer service from sending money from the United States to Zimbabwe and, doing, great things during that point. And while I was traveling a lot promoting that project, as soon as someone knows that you're a software developer, they're like, I actually have this idea, or I have this friend that needs a software developer, can you assist? And initially, I would say no because, I would be able to take all the projects.
Yeah.
But when I come back to Zimbabwe, my friends, my colleagues were way better developers and designers than me. Would say, hey, can you connect us with opportunities? We'd literally see you in San Francisco, bro. Can you connect us with opportunities? And I was like, I actually know this guy who needs this. So created a WhatsApp group and, just a few of my friends. And the next thing, within the next 3 months, there are 600 people in those groups looking for opportunities. So that's when I say, there's actually a need here. People graduate from university, finish from college. Right now, people learn on various online platforms.
Yes.
But you're finished and you're looking for a job and you cannot find it. But there are jobs globally that people can access. And now with the advent of, internet, laptops, you can work from anywhere. So it made sense at that point to connect people with those jobs. And, fast forward 2020, that's when, I made the decision to, after consulting my fiance and my wife, hey, I'm leaving this great job to start something totally new from scratch. And I'm glad it worked out. So now, that's how Afriblocks started, and that's what we've been pushing. Yeah.
I'm really happy for you, and I think I'm mostly fascinated by the fact that you had to travel around and leave your old job and you had to start something from scratch without you thinking that it was gonna shine like that. And you know how we grew up here, we were just used to the fact that career-wise, it's a teacher, a police officer, headmistress, headmaster, those common jobs that we normally know. But then you had to bring, open people's minds to the fact that, okay, there's so many other jobs that you can work on globally and stuff like that. So I'm curious on the job that you're doing though, before you became a software developer, the one that you told your wife that you're leaving.
So I was a lead software developer for a platform called Bitmari. It's now called Bill Mari. So the money transfer service using blockchain to transfer money from the United States and across the world to Zimbabwe. And we're actually still the only startup that actually got a license from the Federal Reserve Bank to do that. And we built a great platform, money transfers were going on. So that's what I was doing at that point. So I was in the blockchain and Bitcoin space when it literally started. I remember that time, Bitcoin was $200. Right now it's 29,000. Nice. So that's how early I was in the space. Yeah.
Oh, old are you again?
Um,
I'm getting inspired.
you know, the crazy thing, every time someone asks me how old I am, I actually try to remember, like, is it 30 or 31? I'm 31.
Oh wow, you're very young. You're very young. I was thinking like maybe you're like, 30, late 30s, down
Nah,
like up there. Because I mean, it's really nice to have young people inspire. And like I said, your career seems like it's hectic and there's a lot going on. But then I think for someone else who can be watching, they could be fascinated by the fact that, oh, okay, I didn't know that I could be like a software developer and things like that. And also, like being in Zim, sometimes you just feel like, oh, maybe not, this can't work out. But at least for you now, it opened up more doors for you. Like you're saying that, okay, now you're like stretching your business even out of Africa, which is working out well for you. So I don't know if you like have any words of encouragement to maybe young upcoming innovators.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is get started. It's difficult to start something new, and it's always going to be difficult. So when I started, I was scared. I was wondering, like, am I going to make it, right? So I'll give an example. I always talk about the country Estonia and how they have, the population is about 1.3 million, which is smaller than Harare, the whole capital of Zimbabwe. And they've managed to get over 16 unicorns. A unicorn is a startup that is more than $1 billion in valuation. Okay. So I always tell people, like, I think it's possible that Zimbabwe can also achieve that. Yeah. The biggest thing is probably to get help from corporates, to get help from people, to get help from community and even the government. You can achieve that. There's Skype from Estonia, there's a Bolt, the ride-hailing company. All of those are coming from a population of 1.3 million people, nice. Which is literally smaller than Harare. Wow. So I think it's a possibility, and I always say Zimbabwe has so much potential to actually lead in the global gig economy, freelancing, software developers, digital marketers, virtual assistants. And the amazing thing is, like, right now, careers have shifted from just, degrees, academic records, to now more about skills. So what skills do you have? I'm able to manage your social media. What skills do you have? I'm able to do your accounting, your bookkeeping. So that's different from, I would say when we grew up, when you really needed to have a degree. Yeah, and then the next thing you work in corporate, the next thing, maybe you become a manager, maybe, CF, like, that. Big maybe. So that the paths are now different. You can actually have a great career as long as you have your laptop and internet and be able to, take care of your family and yourself and everything. Yeah.
Nice. And I'd like to appreciate you for opening our eyes right now. And just in case you're wondering, because I know Tongai is not really nyatso give us a brief about you. So Tongai Toto is a Zimbabwean-based software developer who is the co-founder and CEO of Afriblocks, a pan-African freelance talent marketplace where African freelancers can provide remote services worldwide. And Afriblocks made history as the first Zimbabwean-based startup to be accepted into Techstars Accelerator and also funded by Google Black Founders Fund. In 2020, he was recognized as one of the most influential people of African descent under 40. Look at that. And from 2018 to 2019, Tongai served as a vice chair for science and technology sector for the African Union, Pan-African Diaspora Youth Association, African Union representative to the USA, based in Harare, Zimbabwe. He has built a track record as a leader and innovator in Africa's tech ecosystem, and most recently serving as the lead product manager at Bill Murray, a Pan-African fintech startup based in Washington, D.C., USA, and playing a pivotal role in building the first platform to receive a Bitcoin remittance license from a Federal Reserve Bank. And over the years, Tongai has been a leader in the Web3 and blockchain space. His startup, Afriblocks, is a co-host of the Black Blockchain Summit, an annual fintech summit that takes place in Washington, D.C., USA, at Howard University. Oh my, I must say, wow. I'm very pleased and honored to be sitting next to you right now. And it is like, it's been a great opportunity to meet you. And I wish you nothing but the best. And I want you to be very rich. And maybe you can give me a job. I don't know is
Sure.
what, but whatever, I'll take it. Thank you so much for coming to our studio
Appreciate it,
today.
appreciate
And if people want to follow you, where can they find you and follow your work?
So
of course?
I'm super active on social media, particularly LinkedIn and Twitter. But you know, our website is afriblocks.com. You know, you can visit the website anytime. We're literally on any platform on social media. Yeah, so super happy to connect with anyone, super happy to chat with anyone, and appreciate, you know, a platform like this to share our story and, you know, let more people know what we're doing. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm going to be waiting for you. I think maybe let me give you next year. We're going to do this again next year and see how far you are, right?
I'll be
All right, guys. We're still at it here on the Daily Dose. That was Tokai Toto, and I'm hoping that you're inspired. And don't ever feel like you're going to be in one space forever. Make sure that you think out of the box. If you have an idea, work on it, start. That's the way it goes.